Hey there, welcome to day 90. Miles and I are just turning around. Ran from the house up at the Mills River Rec area, but as you can see, it's still a icy mess here. Still lots of snow. Not much running gonna happen up here, so we just checked it out and heading back out. It's slick. I don't have my ice spikes on. I actually stopped by Rivera yesterday, picked up a few new pairs of shoes, all Altra, coincidentally. Grabbed a pair of the Riveras, just kind of a lower volume training shoe for Altra, but still has a nice roomy toe box, but fits my foot pretty good. Picked up a pair of Escalante racers. I did my workout in the old pair yesterday. I could just tell it was time to move on and get a new pair. They weren't sure of the reality, good folks at FootRx, but they think that both the Escalante Racer and the Rivera might not move forward. They might take both shoes out of line, which, I mean, the Escalante Racer is so close to the Escalante. As much as I like the Racer, I understand you can only have so many shoes in the line. But Rivera is so new, I guess it just didn't have the hit they were hoping for. And then I also picked up a pair of Lone Peak 6, new Lone Peak, which is so much lighter than its predecessor. I'm gonna put it on the scale, but they were saying they thought it was just as light as the Superior, so I'm kind of interested to see. I'm gonna put both on scale, see what we got. Feel really good. New Lone Peak. This is my second run on the Rivera. I'll catch you guys up on what I've been up to, but so far so good with the Rivera. Like I said, I like the fit. Underfoot feels good. I think I like the foam in the Escalante a little bit better. I believe the foam in the Escalante is the Ego, and this is just their A-bound, their old EVA. But it's fine. Last time I filmed, I was on the treadmill. I did 2 sessions, 40 minutes of nice easy running, and then 20 minutes of incline hiking at 16%. 2 rounds of that. Yesterday I did it's supposed to be an out and back run, but my kids were home with virtual school, so unfortunately I had to hit the treadmill, just in case they needed me. So I did a progression run. You can see it on Strava. Went really well. Got down to 6-minute pace. Felt pretty smooth. Kept that 2% incline. So that was good. Good workout. Just did an hour. But got in a little over 8.5 hours. And then I did my lifting routine. Again, you can see it on Strava. Posted a YouTube video with it so you can see the exercises. Took me about a half hour. Then rested, did some work, recorded a podcast with Zach Friedley. He's an adaptive athlete. Zach was born without a majority of one of his legs, so he's got a blade runner, and we had a great conversation. Awesome talking with him. So that episode will come out next week. It's really cool to learn about adaptive athletes and, you know, Zach's plan to help inclusion of those athletes and hear the things he wants to do. Pretty incredible guy. I'm really looking forward to talking to Zach more over the course of time and following his career. That was really fun. And then yesterday evening, unfortunately, wife wasn't home, so I hopped back on the treadmill. Just did another hour easy. Got in around 7 miles, so, you know, about 15.5 miles on the day and 2 hours of running. It was a good day. Plus the weight routine started this morning. It was beautiful, still is. It's kind of pre-dawn, kind of that low level light where you can just see enough to get going without a headlamp. It's in the 20s. Obviously we haven't had much melt off here, so I stay off the trails for a little bit, as much as I would love to. Probably go over to the hilly neighborhood tomorrow, just get in some vert, you know, stay off the trails, because not even the service roads are really melted enough or in good enough shape, because everything's still frozen. So just gonna stick to the roads for a bit. Mr. Miles sure was happy to get out. We've been cooped up long enough, so feeling pretty good today. You know, coming off that progression run yesterday and doubling up the last 2 days. I've just made sure to get some rest. Been hydrating really well. Kids got me an awesome Deadpool cup from Universal. So been using that and staying hydrated. And then just trying to eat good calories. My daughter's been baking like a fiend, so thankfully they're not gluten-free, so I'm not supposed to eat them. So that's been good. As much as I would love to. She's made brownies and chocolate chip cookies, so been trying to stay off the sweets. But so cleaning up the eating a bit. Sent a note to Jake, my dietitian. Just said, hey man, like, really want to come up with a plan, you know, for nutrition for running these brute challenges and recovering from them, and especially for Bigfoot. So we're gonna kind of set up a plan. Started planning Scar, started looking at the route and figuring out logistics. I am gonna start at Fontana and then finish over by I-40 because my family can pick me up easily on their way into the Smokies. So pretty stoked making that, you know, looking at that and getting excited to do it. With all this snow, still trying to figure out, I got time still, but whatever 50K I'm gonna do here coming up in February, most likely it's not gonna be the folk art to Mitchell, because I suspect Mitchell's still gonna be pretty snowy, or the chance for it to be is. So I think I'll just plan on doing something like shutting out and back, or would love to do art low, but once again, could be pretty icy up by Black Balsam and all that, and that's where I don't want it to be icy. It's technical enough up there. So looking like out and back on shut-in. But again, we'll see. Getting some vert on the trail is gonna be a challenge here for a little bit. So I guess we'll just have to rely on the hilly neighborhood. Get some good climbing in. That and the treadmill. Doing the power hiking. I'm gonna do a little bit of mobility after the run. I've got the Jada Sherry hip circuit, 2 rounds on the schedule, so I'll do that after this run. What do you think, buddy? That's what I'm up to. Really wanting to get some more miles in the Red Light Ultras. Get a better sense for that shoe, but feel like my toolbox is getting a little bit better, a little bit more well-rounded so far as my footwear goes. Really pleased with that Red Light pack. I was actually thinking about that on this run, you know, about how much calories I'm gonna have to carry. For Scar. So but the capacity on that pack is great. So really pleased with that. And with my pole choice, I think gear's coming together quite nicely. I feel pretty confident in my choices thus far. I think I'll have some really good footwear options. I was talking with a friend the other day who was doing Fierce Dragon. He was talking with another guy that was doing the 200 miler, and he did Bigfoot. And he said that the toughest part was just the lava fields with how hot they were. So it'll be August, so should get some good heat training in here in the summer. But obviously Washington, weather could be anything, so I'll just be prepared. All right, Mr. Miles, you say goodbye. You guys have a great day. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.